Hey, so I'm in Proverbs 15 today, and there's a lot of verses about words, right? About things that are being said. And so, is what we're saying worth listening to, or should we be quiet? I suppose that depends on what's coming out. So the first verse I want to look at was number 2. It says, "The tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness." And so in all these verses, you'll see, a theme, one that speaks of knowledge, one that speaks of righteousness, one that speaks of those who are going to God in prayer. They seek counsel. They're getting their wisdom, understanding in their words from what God says. And then the on the other hand, you have the foolish, those that are, and if you read the verses, you'll see where they're called wicked, they're called evil, foolish, ones who are gathering their information from elsewhere, right? It's not wrong to get information from other areas, but if you're not going to compare it to the counsel and the word of the Lord to see if it's right or wrong, if it's in line with what he says, then there's a level of foolishness to that. And it says, "The tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness." If you go on, you keep reading. So let's see what's worth listening to, what's not. "A wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit." So one is wholesome, one is perverse. Are you speaking about things you don't need to be speaking about? Look at verse 7. "The lips of the wise disperse knowledge, but the heart of the foolish doeth not so." Do you tend to give advice that's contrary to God's word, that doesn't really make good sense? "The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but the prayer of the upright is his delight." Are you seeking God? Are you asking? Are you searching, knocking, all the above? Are you going to God for your counsel? 14. It says, "The heart of him that hath understanding seeketh knowledge, but the mouth of fools feedeth on foolishness." Do you go to other people who agree and believe the way you do, only just because you want to hear that agreement? You want to come into alignment with what they say and make you feel good if someone thinks that what you're saying is good or right. But if you feed on foolishness, and then there's a problem with that if you're not seeking the Lord. What's next? 23, it says, "A man hath joy by the answer of his mouth, and a word spoken in due season." How good is it? Is it edifying? Does it lift people up? Does it encourage, right? Are you somebody who has that gift of exhortation? Are you speaking the right word? Because even exhorting can be technically putting someone in a right path. You may have to correct them. It may have to be a type of reproof, but still, right words are right words. 26, it says, "The thoughts of the wicked are an abomination to the Lord, but the words of the pure are pleasant words." They are pleasant, they're pleasing, they're necessary, they're needful. And obviously the thoughts of the wicked are abomination. So what's going on in your mind and heart? It's something to consider as well. 28, "The heart of the righteous studieth to answer, but the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things." Right, studies to answer. The righteous studies to answer. Where are you getting your advice from? Is it from TikTok? Is it from Instagram? Is it from YouTube, Facebook? Are you just listening to anything and everything and taking that as truth? Because that's not good. That's very unwise. 29, "The Lord is far from the wicked, but heareth the prayer of the righteous." Again, praying. I think probably the most words that we should speak should be to God in prayer. I was going to leave that right there. 32, "He that refuseth instruction despiseth his own soul, but he that heareth reproof getteth understanding." Are you willing to receive instruction? Are you willing to seek wise counsel? Are you willing to consult with God, to go to him first and foremost? Are you willing to hear others, or are you not? Or is it just what you think, what you want, what you say? You refuse instruction. It says despising. All right. That person who refuses instruction despises their own soul. All this about words, all this to say, is what I'm saying, is what you're saying worth listening to? Is it even coming from the right places? Am I being a fool? Am I being wicked? Am I being evil? Or do I have knowledge? Am I pure? Am I righteous? Am I going to listen to what's right, or no, refuse it altogether? Because death and life is in the power of the tongue, right? And the things that are down within our heart are what come out. So what you and I say says a lot about us. All right, be blessed.